Hello.
Hello, my love. How are
Hey.
you?
Great. I dressed up for you, Fatima. It was fun to glam for this
You look so
occasion.
beautiful.
Thank you. I'm just matching the topic. I'm pinning the topic right now quickly.
Okay, great.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
perfect. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I was like, what's the theme today? Feminine energy. Here we go.
You look very beautiful, very feminine, very bright.
So are you.
Yeah, thank you, my love. Thank you. So we have a very interesting topic today. We have a lot of questions. So I
Mhm.
wanted to offer you that since our last question is like one of the last questions is how to balance feminine and masculine. So when we're going to talk about like what's healthy feminine and unhealthy feminine,
Mhm.
I would also add maybe we should talk about what's healthy masculine and
Yeah.
unhealthy masculine.
Yeah.
So this way we will know when we want to balance those two polarities in one, what qualities we need to know that is healthy masculine,
Yeah.
what qualities are healthy feminine, and what
Yeah.
is completely unhealthy. So this way we'll find the great deal of knowledge, and then we can help ourselves to find that beautiful balance.
That sounds great
That's
to
it.
me. I'm looking
Let's do
forward
it.
to learn all of those things. I recently been dealing with like finding out how to balance my feminine and masculine. So I was like, why don't I do life with Fatima and learn
Yeah,
it?
that's a good idea. It's actually our most challenging things in life to every single human being because um, we by what society leads us to, that today into today's society, that masculine is more privileged, it's much better, qualities are much better than being feminine. What we do, we tend to take one side of the energy is the more complete, more valuable, and then we ignore the feminine side. And so what happens, we throw ourselves off the balance.
Yeah.
And every single person in this world, we fight for balance, we fight for the perfect balance. When we feel good, we feel like
Yeah.
successful, but at the same time we feel fulfilled and happy with the loved ones. So we're going to talk about this today, in how and what can help us to find that perfect balance. But it's going to be always something we have to work on. It's not something you master one time and then, because life is, it takes us in cycles. It takes us to the different places, and our job is to be so connected to our emotions, to be so connected to our thoughts and consciousness, that will help us to navigate through all those bumps, and not always in easy journeys, with more ease and harmony and joy. So let's start.
Absolutely. I just wanted to add to it
Yeah.
that I feel like that is the biggest misconception, that there is one day you get to that perfect balance and you nailed it. That's it. You got the key. And something that I've been finding out for myself, that it's an ongoing practice. And I can relate to fitness that as soon as you stop working out,
You
there is no
regret.
more strength, there is
You
no more
regret.
endurance, there is no more body. I'm sorry. It's
Exactly.
something that you have to do every day, like a practice, in order to stay in shape. Yes, you get better at it. And I feel like with masculine and feminine is a similar thing.
Yeah, absolutely. As more you practice anything, as more you become familiar with that, as more everything, when we have like the small wins, everything build up there. It's the small victories that we have that make
Mm-hmm.
us feel more comfortable, that make us feel more familiar to whatever we're going through. You know what I mean? Like in a sport, the techniques, what works for your body, what exercise helps you to boost certain part of your body. So same thing with energies, and same thing with everything we do. When we get familiar with that, and we're consistent and we're persistent, but then you have to love the process so much that
Mm-hmm.
every time you dive in deeper, you find out more and more and more. You know what I
Well,
mean?
if we do know how to balance, that it's a practice, that we
Yeah.
have to do it every day, we just made it clear. Another problem that people stumble upon, like I would speak for myself mostly, is that what are the practices? How do you even know if it's working? It's energies is such a like a delicate thing that it's hard to kind of, with like fitness even, like you get to see it right away, you can notice your strengths and all that and you know what to do. Here it's trickier. So
Well, with energies, you know, I think it's much more simple. I look at those things, you know,
it says
sometimes
it's
out of
echoing,
all the
sorry for a
practices. What's
second,
that?
it says it's echoing.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's weird.
I do hear my voice on your end though. For
Do you? Let me
Mhm.
take this away. Maybe I have a computer here. Maybe I should put
Maybe,
this. Oh, maybe it's because of the computer. Let's see.
sorry,
Can you
we're
hear
gonna
your
fix
voice
the
now?
echoing. 1 second.
Can you hear my? Can you hear your voice
Mute
now?
the mic when you're not speaking, it will help with the echo.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, she needs to mute the when she's not talking. Okay, so let me just do this. I'm not so good at it. How do you mute the mic?
Do you have a mic like connected to the phone? No, it's regular.
Oh, yeah.
Huh.
Well, let's see. Let's try. Let's see. I put away my computer. Maybe that's what's going on.
Oh, you know, do you have your mic, like the phone on something?
Just on a table.
Yeah, so like it has to be elevated because
Oh, really?
that's
Okay,
what it
let's try.
bounces the sound. Yeah.
Okay, let's
Okay.
try.
Now, oh, here we go. Perfect. No echo.
Maybe I should just
That's
hold
why.
it.
Yeah, just I think that could work.
Maybe I should. I don't know if it's gonna be comfortable, but let's find the perfect balance. Okay.
Okay, guys, we are back in a second. Just gonna figure out the sound. So
If the phone falls, if the phone falls, I'm sorry, but
okay.
I managed to put it so it stands.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So what I just wanted to say that I wouldn't look into any complicated like options. Let's say, for me, everything truthful, it's the most simple things. You know, let's say many centuries ago, many even thousands years ago, people didn't know about all this knowledge, right? So how would they find out? They would find out by simple things, by breathing, by connecting to their heart, to their being present, being in silence. So they would learn that just breathing and being alone and connecting to your heart, to your essence, that would bring you clarity. That would connect you to your, universal stream of energy, that will bring you back to your, how can I say, to your center, to your core. So, for me, I studied all over the world. I went to the best retreats. I studied at one of the best places in the world, for to learn about energies, to learn about this universe, to learn about feminine energy, to learn about sexuality. And I'm going to tell you, the most simple things that help me is just to really tap into my breath, tap into my feminine center, breathe through my heart, breathe through my womb, connecting the two centers for me as feminine, um, and that would give me such a profound strength and such a profound feeling of being grounded, feeling my strength. So no other practice is needed when you just can know that it's easily accessible. You don't need to do crazy shamanic practices to get in touch to higher energies. No, we're such a magical creatures. We are the universe. We just have to find that simple way of connecting and just believing. Just if you believe, even through few breath, inhale and exhales, you can truly connect to yourself. You just have to know it's so simple. Don't complicate things.
How long would
It's
you
really easy.
say it's good to sit with yourself and like
Well,
tap
at
into?
least 3 minutes. I just showed, we had a challenge, the marathon, and I showed the girls. I have an incredible teacher, Claire Quat, my feminine practices teacher. She's an Australian singer, so she taught us this incredible technique where every morning and every night you wake up, but the first thing that you do with yourself is You put yours, the right hand is your masculine and left hand is your feminine. So it's actually going to connect to our what to do during an emotional time, the connection that you had. So basically what we do first, we take our right hand and we put it in our heart. And what we do, we make a deep inhale, we'll do it together. And then you just connect, you truly connect through your hands to your heart. And you sincerely say, I love you, my heart. So you make 4 inhales. Let's do it together. Let's make a deep inhale. And say to yourself, I love you, my heart. And exhale. I love you, my heart. Deep inhale. And you say, I love you, my heart. And I love you, my heart. And 2 more times, just say it inside of you. But
let's do it together with everybody who is watching.
Yeah, let's
guys,
do it.
place your right hand
Yeah.
on your chest, left at the bottom. Inhale and say, I love you, my heart. Together, let's go.
And exhale through the open mouth and release. Deep inhale through the nose, and when you exhale, release through the mouth. And 2 more breaths, so we have 4 total on our heart. Do you feel how calm, connected you are to your heart? And now let's take our left hand, put it on our uterus and our womb, and make a deep inhale through our womb. Make a deep inhale, feel the womb, and say, I love you, my womb. And if anybody with a masculine energy, any males are here, just say, I love my intimate, part of my body. I love my lower belly. I love my manhood. You can say something like that, So we do deep inhale and exhale and say, I love you, my womb. I love you, my womb. I love you, my womb. And then we connect our heart and our womb together. So we'll make 4 times inhale and exhale, and we'll say, I love myself.
Okay.
I love myself.
I love myself. I love myself. I love myself.
And just be still. Close your eyes. Stay still. Feel how your masculine and feminine energies connects within you. Feel that peace and grounding energy. Feel that inner strength that you have. Feel that straight, strong spine. And when you're ready, open your eyes. And feel how so much more connected you are to yourself. So
wow.
simple.
We just did like a minute, and that like changed the entire emotional state that I was
simple. It's so simple. Don't go crazy. Don't go into, oh my God, I need to do something difficult. No, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Honor yourself. Take time for yourself. Breathe with your heart, with your body, with yourself. And that's what's going to connect you to yourself, to your essence. So all the right answers are here, not here. You know what I mean? This is our intuitive part.
How often would you say like to do this practice? You said
morning and night.
When you wake up.
When you wake up right away, first thing you do, and then when you go to bed.
And then when you go to bed, and it's like 3-5 minutes even would be good, right? To ground yourself and then to relax yourself.
This practice will take you 2 minutes, but if you do like, let's say, if you're like angry, you want to like really calm yourself down, you like stress, you can't think, then I know one amazing breath that I really love and I use. It's a Satai breath. So I can show you guys how you guys do it, and it's 3 minutes, or you do it 26 times. So you inhale through the mouth, round mouth 4 times, and then you exhale through the nose. So how you do it? You do Close the mouth and exhale through the nose. And when you inhale, you feel that you're inhaling fresh, blissful energy in. And when you exhale, you tell yourself, I'm releasing everything that doesn't serve me anymore. You know, so you concentrate this breath.
Yeah.
And when you breathe out, it's a long breathe out. Release everything. Do it 3 times, you'll already feel it.
Wow, yeah, that's such a great circulation that happens with breath.
It's incredible. What it does, it just clears your mind. It really grounds you, clears your mind, it clears your mental state, which is like foggy when you feel like, oh my God, like I'm all over the place. That's gonna be gone.
Okay.
This really, and also my Kundalini teacher, she says that it calls you angels.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, I'm like, I'll take it.
Angels, where are you?
yeah. I like.
That's cool.
So, yeah. Especially somebody commented, really feel when you close your eyes. Yes, all the practices are the best when you close your eyes. You remember, eyes are very frontal, they're very assessing. They always want to see something and understand that and judge that, and we don't want that. So for that, that's why when we close our eyes, you know how they say the most beautiful things happen when we close our eyes and we feel. So basically here is the same thing. Whatever practice you do, you close your eyes, you roll your eyes to the back of your head, and you connect to your breath. You are gone to the universe in seconds. So it's actually really, really easy. Really, really easy.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. Amazing. I just want to dig, like, I can't wait to dig more on what healthy feminine looks like to begin with, and then we can move on to what healthy masculine looks like. So we can at least tell the difference, because I think sometimes it's even hard to tell like where we're at.
But how about we start from unhealthy, masculine and feminine? Let's start from unhealthy. Let's find out what's unhealthy, you know. So when we're gonna cover the healthy, we're gonna be like, oh, you remember this, you know. So I actually made a big list for you guys. So I'll be watching my little cheat paper. So we're gonna talk about what is unhealthy. First of all, masculine. So unhealthy masculine, it's the state when the man or female who has more masculine energy, it's a very competitive state. It's a very aggressive state. It's when very cold, distance, you know, it's only attached to success, to like a social success, you know, has to be right, afraid of failure. And, you know, it has hard time connecting to people, to love. It withdraws, you know, as soon as the connection starts coming up, emotions start coming up, it withdraws. You know what I mean? So very narcissistic, very apathetic. It could be very bully, aggressive. It can be very, you know, I can fix this, I know it all, and very reactive, you know. So stuck in the mind and very disconnected with emotional body, and super disconnected with its feminine part of the human existence, you know, completely off. So basically, when man is you know, competitive, what happens? So his only desire, or her only desire, is striving for the best and to win. You know, it's always wants to win, and it's always focused on the goals. You know what I mean? It's so disconnected from its own feelings. It's so disconnected from being here and now. And I'm going to talk in the bigger picture. You know, we all know what's positive thinking. We all know the power of mind. We all know that all of this is possible. Manifestation is possible only when we're here and now, when we actually connect it with our antenna, like how I call it, the universe, right? So basically, I believe we all walk with antennas. And when we have a straight spine, you know, when we, you know, sit straight all the time, walk straight, our antenna, and when our chakras are aligned, we're always connected to the universal. We're plugged in, you know, to the universe. So basically, all our intentions, all our desire, motivation, it's, you know, it goes right into the universe and comes back with what we like manifested, what we desired, right? If it's for our higher good.
Yeah, for sure.
But when we are disconnected, when we are close, so let's say when you're an unhealthy masculine, either you are man or female, so what happens? You're not plugged in.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're off the hook, you're off from your own stream of energy, universal energy that gives you a lot of power, a lot of energy, it gives you a lot of motivation, a lot of hunger, healthy hunger. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Feeling of abundance, feeling of trust that makes you move, that you know the intuition that is on and guides you, you know. So
Yeah.
when you're off, you know, from that track, it's really hard. So basically, when we're in this unhealthy family, we're very serious, rigid, and very controlling. You know what I mean? So what happens when we're controlling? Can we control universe? Can we control what happens around us? No, we can only control our reactions, and we can only control what we build in our life. We can only control by being responsible, you know, what we create in our life. But we cannot control all the events in our life. We cannot control people. We cannot control what happens around us. So basically, when you are in a feeling of like, I can control everything, I can do everything, what happens? You become so rigid, you become so close.
Angry.
So what energy flow can come into you? So everything you achieve, it achieved so with so much pain and so much anger and so much like resistance and so much fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is very unnatural to us.
Yeah.
So
I've definitely experienced that because I had like such a strong, sometimes even unhealthy masculine where I could definitely see myself just like action, action, action. There's so much to do and it gets you so anxious and then you can't even enjoy the moment. You're on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. I definitely dealt with that.
yeah, and you remember the Einstein, how he discovered it. He sat down in the bathtub, and boom, the moment of, you know, of epiphany, of the real thing that he was always looking for achieved, or the apple falls on Newton's head. So, I mean, it was the moments when they were resting, or I forgot who was it, the person who would go to the shower and always find the best ideas, you know?
Yeah.
Like, those things comes with the flow. The best ideas, the genius ideas comes when we're in the flow. It doesn't come when we're like, oh, you know, let me just read more, do more action. When we're in action, but if we're not aligned with ourselves, with our higher selves, it's useless. We're just running like a rat, you know,
Yeah.
trying to get from one location to another without even enjoying life, without even feeling the life, without even like knowing what did I eat, what did I feel, how, what did happen to me today. You know, you barely can remember what happened to you like yesterday because it
Yeah.
was so unmeaningful, because you were running from point A to point B that you totally forgot what you were feeling. You totally forgot to ask yourself, am I happy? You know, how do I feel? You know, and that moment, it's a lost day. You lost that day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
And also, like, if you compare memories live forever and achievements are there to celebrate for one day, maybe two, maybe a week max.
yeah. No, but you know, okay, so when you have this achievement moment, usually people who just leaves for the goal to focus to win. So basically they ignore the process, right? So this moment comes, they're not gonna even enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, oh, this is it? Mm. You know, they will always be not good enough. Those
Yeah.
people just have the psychological um, pattern that I'm not good enough. So they reach there, they get this Oscar, they get this first place, and they were like, that's it. This is all. So they
Yeah.
don't even enjoy the process
Yeah.
because they're like, okay, what's next? Because
So
that's
this
all they
happens.
know.
Yeah, this happens when your masculine side is unhealthy.
Yeah, that happens when your masculine is so like not still, so aggressive,
Disconnected.
so much you're disconnected. It's when you know it's not living in the moment because you cannot feel the moment. So it tends to blame and you know like shame others, and you know it's living in the all the time of like moving here and there. You
Like a
know like
rat race.
yeah, it's a rat race, and you know it's very, you know, it's very distractive energy, and it's very like unhealthy masculine never listens because you know it's a Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, you know what I mean? So for them, they will never stop and listen to someone and be like, wow, there is somebody else beside me, besides me in this world. There is somebody else who knows better than me. they won't just allow it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is unhealthy masculine. And let's
Okay.
talk about unhealthy feminine.
Yeah. Very curious.
So unhealthy feminine is very insecure. You know, it's when usually, let's talk about take a woman, right? Since it's feminine, it's very insecure woman. It's very critical woman that criticizes herself first and foremost. And then we know if you criticize yourself, you're gonna criticize everybody else around you, right? So basically, and they're very needy. Unhealthy feminine is very needy. You know, I need this person to be happy. I need this event to happen to be happy. You know, I need the things to go in a certain way. And then because of that, they become very manipulative. Because if they don't get what they need, they feel unhappy. So in order to feel happy, they need to manipulate events, people, or things so they get what they need. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and then because they're afraid of losing that happiness, because what the person or things that they need makes them happy, you know, and then they get attached to that and they are always afraid of losing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the state, and it's always like it's overly connected, overly emotional, and it's always chases love. You know, it's like, love me, I'll be a good girl if I, you know, I will do this, will you love me if I do this, you know? So it's always in a state of victim, you know. And we know what the state of victim is: when you do something that you don't want to do, when you do something that you don't like, but you do it because it feels like, oh, I'm a good girl, I will get love here, I will get attention here if I do this. So then when you become a victim, when you do
Would
things that you don't want to do.
Would you say that people with victim mentality have overactive, unhealthy feminine
Yeah.
energy? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because it's always about pleasing others. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
about like,
Because
oh,
it's
let me
not
be.
about getting the inner power and connecting to it. It's more looking from outside to feel
Exactly. It's
healthy
always
because.
looking for validation. It's always looking for validation. It's always seeks validations. And, you know, it's always like, please love me. You know, please love me. If you love me, then I will love myself.
Oh,
The only way I will know that I'm worthy of love if I see your love.
I see. Wow,
Yeah.
it's like such two polar opposites. It's crazy. It's
Absolutely
from like
opposite.
masculine that do not
I know it all, and
feel,
I'm the
just want to
shit.
chase,
Yeah,
just want to chase,
yeah,
to feminine that
yeah,
I just want someone to do something for me, and like I feel everything and I have no power. It's like,
yeah,
whoa.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And going into the totally powerless place where it's like self-sacrifice, you know, they're always like caretakers to be the good girls, you know. Also, they're always like inauthentic and very desperate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you see a desperation, you know this is like very unhealthy feminine, and it's like
When we say unhealthy, does it mean overactive?
when we say unhealthy, it means it's in the negative side. Let's say this is like a neutral line, and there's a minus pole, right? And then there's a plus pole. So basically, when you're unhealthy, you're in the minus, you're in the negative vibrations. You're in the completely opposite side. You know what I mean? So, and when you're in the like a healthy, you're in more positive vibrations. You don't fall below the zero. You know.
Yeah.
So you stay above the zero. You don't fall below the zero, because when you fall below the zero, your vibrations fall so badly. So it really takes a lot of energy and healing to go back to the zero, and then from there to grow. Does it make sense?
Yeah, totally makes sense. Gotcha. Because
Yeah.
to me, I used to think that unhealthy masculine is your overactive masculine. I thought unhealthy feminine is overactive feminine. So that's why to me it was like too
Well,
much of it kind of thing.
no, I just truly think that it's a total confusion. Both of those unhealthy states is completely being disconnected. So basically, it's going from the very insecure and painful place, from the painful pattern place, to manipulate something, to get something what you want through manipulation. And same thing with the masculine. You know, when a man is so disconnected with himself, when he tries to prove, again, it's insecurity. So bottom line is both of them try to get the love and appreciation and recognition through pushing their way through. One pushes through aggression and one pushes through being a victim, help me, love me, you know what I mean, manipulation. So basically both polarities, when they're unhealthy, they both just want one thing: they want to be loved. You know, they want to be recognized, they want to be appreciated, but the only language they know how to do it, either that's the language they were taught by parents, either that's what something, you know, they picked up on the way of their life journey. But definitely there's a beautiful journey out there for them where they can discover something more beautiful, where they will never depend on other people's opinion or feelings. They will discover that self-love within them, that will never need anybody's validation, that they will understand that no success in the world will give you that self-love. You know what I mean? It's like, and when they will tap into that feeling, when they will feel it, they will realize that this is the most powerful feeling they have ever felt.
I just love how, like, I see that in your eyes, you know, you're just like feeling and describing it, like, you know how it feels to be connected.
I went through the journey. I definitely know how it feels. Believe me, I went through the journey, when from unhealthy feminine to unhealthy masculine, and then I felt like it's enough. I'm doing something completely wrong. It's enough. So it takes that healthy aggression, you know, to, when you put that aggression towards yourself, not towards other people, not towards the world, you don't blame, but you like, it's enough. I'm not living this life. I am gonna create the life that I want, because I'm willing to go through any journey, learn whatever I need to learn, but I'm not staying where I am right now.
Oh, that's amazing. That's really empowering.
But you have to be fed up. You have to be like, done.
Done with it.
Yeah, you have to be like, this is enough.
Okay, this gave me so much more clarity on what unhealthy is, so I can really just like see in myself or just around me.
Let's talk about healthy. Let's talk about healthy qualities.
Yes, I would love
I have a whole list for you guys. So for me, what I think healthy masculine is when man or woman knows how to hold the space. Meaning it's very present and allows things to happen, you know, without trying to control things. You know, it's here and now, and we just let the universe to show us the pathway. We just trust the journey so much, where we just sit still, hold the space, and observe. So I wanted to talk about also the question you had about how to overcome this unhealthy emotions, right? I think it was question number 5, what to do when it's like emotional, like so basically here it's a great example where we can say that when emotions start ruling you, you know, it means the world starts ruling you. You have no power in that situation at all. When you hold the space, you control your emotions. So basically, you are the director of the game. You're not one of the actors or players in the game.
I like this analogy. That makes sense.
So you are standing like behind the scenes and watching how things are, you know, developing, unfolding. So this is what I feel like. I'm holding the space. I'm emotionally disconnected. I'm just observing and letting things happen. So that's a big trust, right? Aside from that place where we had like a unhealthy controlling masculine, right? Where we had to control, to be right, to, you know, to make sure everything goes my way and I need to win. There's no purpose to win. Here's purpose to feel, to go through the process and learn.
Wow, that's cool.
It is very cool. And so also I think at that moment we're just witness without judging. We're just witnessing, you know, we're sitting and we're like, you know, so something, your inner child wakes up there and it's like, wow, this is so interesting. So what happens at that moment is you start being interested in other people, you start being interested in life, how it unfolds, how it works, and basically you turn on the process. In the process, you know, you're in the process, you're in the moment. So what happens? You're present. So it means you connect to your, universal stream. So
Yeah.
you're living. You know what I mean? It's like a very powerful moment. So when you witness without judging,
Yeah.
also it like creates safety. You know, it's deeply present without having any agenda.
Mm.
Deeply present. I'm here and now. I feel my body, I feel myself. I'm observing. I feel my power. I'm deeply present here. I don't have any goal or agenda here. And it's in a stillness and silence.
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe that creativity, true creativity, is born when we're still and silent.
Mm-hmm.
So that moment, that creative energy start arising.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like it's very disciplined. It's like a very fatherly energy, very focused, very grounded.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm there. Like, you know, when the father is there, he doesn't have to say, I'm the father, you need to listen to
You
me. You
can
know,
feel his
he is
presence.
there, his presence is there, everybody's like king. When king comes in,
Yeah.
everyone knows that's the king. Nobody questions that. Nobody like, and he doesn't come and say, hi everyone, I'm the king. Because
Yeah.
everybody thinks he's the king. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Yeah.
that also, it's very like guiding energy, because that healthy masculine, it observes what happened around him, and he can guide like a father, like a king who guides his kingdom. So it can guide with an eye, like just with one look. It was just a presence. You know, people already feel like, ooh, he's here. He's holding the space. And that's a true power, right? When
That
he
feels
doesn't have
so
to
good just
show.
even listening about it. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
yeah. So what I want to say is that,
Look how we women react to that kind of energy. You
right?
just describing it got me like, I'm like, oh
But
my
also the
gosh,
state of the queen. That's what I'm going to come to. That's also the state of the queen. You
yeah.
know, if the king or queen comes in,
Yeah.
everybody knows this is the queen. She doesn't
Yeah.
have to tell everyone, hello, my name is the queen, or like, I'm the queen, you know. So it's like the energy speaks for them.
What
So when
what
you
about
in a
action?
healthy,
What about like action? Like how does the healthy masculine takes action? Like,
it
you
does
know,
take action. It does take action from the stillness, from the being present. And you know, imagine what kind of action you can take when you're in a stillness, when you're present.
yeah.
When you are not ruled by your emotions, when you're not ruled by social norms or rules, when you are guided by your own truth,
Mm-hmm.
when you mean the best to people, when you learn how to hold space, you hold space for everyone. You know, you hold space for everyone, and you do things for the greater good.
Yeah. Okay. Now I got the picture. Yeah. I was
Yeah,
like imagining in my head, you know, like
it's
what
not
for
selfish.
myself.
It's
Yeah.
not selfish. So basically, sometimes, you know, action, we think by running, doing some actions here and there, we're so productive. That's not true. Sometimes maybe we're doing very small tasks. When we spend all those time running, instead of doing and focusing on one big task, being still, but let our energy create what we want from the place of stillness and creativity. And instead, we're running like a rat without seeing the big picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there is a big difference. When you say action, I truly believe life is an action. We have to take an action. We always have to be in a motion. But it
Create.
has to be aligned with our higher selves. Like it has to be aligned with our true potential and true, purpose. If it's not, then you're running around doing somebody else's purpose and missing completely your path, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's why when you're in this, oh my God, I have to make it, I have to make it, I have to succeed, I have to be here, I have to be there. Sometimes you're much more productive resting one day, but doing like nothing, but getting yourself together, truly tapping into yourself and feeling, okay, this is right, this is not right. In order to know what's right and what's wrong for you, you have to feel yourself. There is no other way.
Yeah.
Nobody will know what's good or bad for you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your mentor, only you will know. And the way only you will know is when you're going to be true to yourself, when you're going to let yourself speak from inside, when you're going to allow yourself to hear what you're saying and then execute that, you know? So this is a little different action.
Okay. I'm
So what else?
getting a really nice picture
Yeah,
drawn in my head.
I hope so. I did a little like preparation so everybody understands. So also I really think that true and healthy masculine, it seeks for mentorship. Why? It's not I know it all. I am the student of life. I am a strong man. I know my strengths, I know my weaknesses, I know what I'm going, and I'm ready to be guided by people who knows more than me, who can show me the different path. I'm open. So when you open for mentorship, it means you're open to learn more about universe, learn more about yourself. And that's a true strength. Because when I know it all, we are guided by our ego.
Yeah.
And it's going to take us only to, you know, to the certain place. It's not going to let us grow more than we could, you know. So that's also very important part for when you see a man who's like, oh, I'm ready to listen. I'm ready to listen to your emotions. I'm ready to hold the space for you. I'm there for you. You know, I'm there for myself. It's a really powerful place, you know. True masculine, when people think, I'm the man, I know, I'm a leader, I know what to do. Yes, you are a leader, but you
don't need
cannot
to
really
prove that, right? You
no,
don't
you
need to
don't need to
fast
prove that.
go with the speed.
Exactly, exactly. Your stillness, you're being connected to yourself, you being open and listening, but also holding the space and feeling your inner power, knowing who you are. This is your true inner masculine, healthy masculine.
To recoup, I just wanted to, for anyone who just joined, we're talking about healthy masculine, healthy feminine, unhealthy masculine, and unhealthy feminine. So we did start with describing what unhealthy feminine looks like, and then we moved on to describing what unhealthy, sorry, I have lipstick, unhealthy feminine looks like, and now we talked about what healthy masculine is about. So from what I'm getting, just my impression, how I understood it for myself, I see unhealthy masculine as something that is just like, just chase, race, the rat race, right? Just like, I gotta get this done. I need to prove. I don't want to deal with emotions. I just need speed. I need action. I need results. I need to get stuff done, and it has to be productive. It has to be fast. It has to be under my control. And
everything that avoids being with that person, with itself, you know, when like now quarantine time, you're stuck with yourself. Now this is the time when everybody's grounds are shaking because they're like, oh, that kind of people that you're right now describing, they have to sit with themselves, or they cannot run anywhere. And this is the moment they're like,
they don't know what to do with themselves.
They don't know. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're like, I need people. I need work. I need this. They understand that them being alone, they're not happy. They can't, because nobody can clap.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, it's really, really like a profound time when I think people really realize where were they? What were they doing?
Yeah, it's so true. And with healthy masculine, I see something like a strong tree that is there, that is like
with a
so
big roots,
grounded.
with a very stable
Roots are
very
so
grounded.
strong, and then like action is taking when it's thought through, and like it's that big grounded tree is holding space for everyone to sit in the shade of that tree. And
remember the branches of the tree, when the wind comes in, you know, they shake but they never break. You know what I mean? Unless it's super strong wind. But what happens? It's so grounded, but it lets the wind shake its branches. You know what I mean? To play around. Maybe leaves can fall. Maybe fruits will grow, but it allows it. You know, it's not like rigid and it stays. You know, something when it's rigid, it's very easy to break it. But when it's flowing, when it's flexible, it's really hard to break that because it flows with the wind. But
And
imagine,
there's still so much strength. There's still all of that. There's
oh,
still
it's more
achievement.
strength.
Yeah.
It's more strength because in this unhealthy masculine, so there's no roots. There's a lot of stuff that's happening above, right? The surface. But there's nothing below the surface. So
Yeah.
it's really easy to shake that from the ground. It's really easy to, chop that off. But when you have roots, when you're grounded, when you're rooted, your roots gonna grow. You can chop the tree, your roots gonna grow. It's gonna grow again because you have your roots.
Absolutely. Well, okay. This is amazing. This gives me so much more clarity,
Yeah.
like to just differentiate what's good, what's not.
And usually the branches that breaks during the wind, it's the one that dries out. It's the ones that are not alive anymore.
True.
If you think about it, because they're not flexible to
Everything
move.
goes back to nature.
Everything. We are nature. We are nature.
Yeah, we are part of it.
We are nature. We're going to talk actually about the feminine and masculine, how to bring it together. So let's talk about healthy feminine.
Healthy feminine.
Healthy feminine. It's very surprisingly, but it's also very grounded energy. Very grounded. Actually, we're women, we're connected to Mother Earth. And masculine energy is the sky, Father Sky. And it's so interesting. We're humans who live in between the Mother Earth and Father Sky.
Yeah.
It's so interesting how we take in both energies, and our job to create this beautiful balance and create the most beautiful self out of these energies in this world. So it's very surprisingly, but one of the most important things, what I do in my seminars when we work with our sexuality, with our feminine energy, grounding. Always ground, connect to Mother Earth, connect through the lower, like, our lower womb, I cannot say it's an open, I cannot say all the terms right now since it's, live, and that energy that comes through our womb, through our yoni, through our womb, and it rises and then meets with the masculine energy in our heart. That's why we put our right hand on our heart and left hand on our womb. This is where the energies meet. So it's very grounded. It's very receptive. It's very reflective. It has boundaries. Healthy feminine has very strong and firm boundaries. Although it's very receptive. So boundaries are the boundaries are when you know what's good for you.
I was asking, why is that? Why feminine?
Oh, why is that?
Yeah.
So because feminine, if you look at it, it's very sensitive. It's very sensual. It's very sexual. It's very receptive. It's very compassionate. It's very giving. So when you have those profound and very beautiful energies, but at the same time very fragile energies, you need something to hold that. You need something very firm that holds those energies and that makes you feel secure.
That makes total sense.
Yeah, if you don't have boundaries as a woman, if you're not grounded, all those feelings will be just all over the place. People would be taking advantage of you. People would be using you. And that happens to many women, as you know.
Oh, yeah.
So we want to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
That's when
I'm just laughing because it's something that I've just dealt so much with, trying to learn boundaries, and it definitely, if you don't have firm boundaries, you're gonna be all over the place.
Boundaries is one of my favorite subjects, especially because we come from Middle East, right? We come from Central Asia, where it's like, boundaries? Who said, what is boundaries? We don't know what's boundaries.
How do you spell boundaries?
What is that? You don't have boundaries. How can you have boundaries? Yours is mine, mine is yours. It's like,
that's what makes us family.
That's what makes us family. That's what makes us human. No, how can you want something else? You need to want that everybody wants. You cannot be selfish, So we come from the cultures, and for us, it's a huge transformation when we have to learn to say, you know what? I love you, I respect you, but I do love myself too.
Yeah, and this doesn't work for me. Thank you.
Yes. And it takes time. First, it doesn't work like that. First, it's like, no, don't come close to me. When you just start building boundaries, you're such a new person. At least like I went through this stage. I was like,
I went through that.
bro,
Yeah, I was like,
I'm
oh
not
my
gonna
gosh.
talk to you. You're not my friend. I don't want you in my life. Da, 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 da. But now, when it's more balanced, now when I'm very familiar with my healthy inner masculine, it's like I do love you. I do appreciate you. But this is what makes me happy. You know, this is what I want. It comes from authentic place. It comes from a place of love.
Yeah.
It doesn't come from the place like unhealthy masculine, like chop, 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 you know, like let me just be like behead you and like kill you
Yeah.
with just one word, you know? Let me show you who's the boss here.
Yeah.
You know, that's unhealthy masculine. So it's also one of the biggest things when you can tell it's a healthy feminine, it's when we have compassion. Compassion to all the living beings, to humans, to ourselves, first and foremost to ourselves, when we don't criticize ourselves. You remember when unhealthy feminine, we would criticize ourselves and criticize other people. So here it's different. I have compassion. I make mistakes. It's okay. I love myself so much. I am kind towards myself first and foremost to allow myself to make mistakes. And whatever, you know, whatever, even if the other people do those mistakes, we are so compassionate to be like, it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes because I make mistakes, you know, and I allow myself to do it. So you allow that, you allow other people to do the same thing, and that's when they feel your love. That's when they feel that you're very loving, understanding, you're empathetic. That's when they feel that you're caring about them, that you're supporting them. That's a real support. It's not being pity. Oh, I feel so bad for you. No, don't feel bad. When we feel bad, when we pity about other people, we put ourselves higher than other people. We think we're better than them.
Yeah.
So we can be like, oh, let me pat you on the back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But this is not the case. So yeah, that's why when you're compassionate, it's coming from very loving, supportive place. It's coming from the place where we're equal.
I just had a question about compassion and holding space, just like to put them next to each other. How different would be, or maybe it's same, I don't know. It's like holding space, healthy
as a
masculine,
masculine, yeah.
and being compassionate, healthy feminine. So
Yeah, you know, we both hold the space. It's both. So basically, when you allow things happen, but you're connected and rooted to yourself, you're grounded to yourself, you are holding space. But masculine, healthy masculine cannot be like, oh, you know, my love, don't feel like that. You're allowed to make mistakes. No, man feels like, I'm here for you. If you need anything, I'm here for you. But our compassion is a little different, holding space. It's always like calming, hugging, comforting. You know what I mean? What's the difference? So we both hold the space, but in our own ways.
so one like more providing, listening, and the other one is listening, nourishing, and giving.
Other one is giving love and giving the care and feeling that, you know, it's okay, making it softer, making it like it's very receptive. It's like, it's okay, take it in, it's fine. Allow yourself.
Gotcha.
And the masculine is more supportive in a way that I'm here for you. I'm gonna hold you.
Yeah, it's clearer to me now. It's like a more softer approach, nourishing from feminine, and more providing like safety kind of thing from masculine.
For masculine, it's more safety. It's more like, I'm here for you. I'm gonna hold you when you need me.
You can open
For feminine,
up.
you can cry on my shoulders. I will listen to whatever you have to say. I'm gonna feel your pain. I'm gonna go through your pain together with you. It's a little different.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, that was very important to me personally because like I am compassionate and I do hold space, but like I wasn't sure which one is where playing out for me.
And you know, once you're gonna learn how to bring those energies together, feminine and masculine, it's all gonna come up in a beautiful dance where you can give anything, any support you want. If you feel in this situation that you need to just hold the space and just be there, feel masculine, healthy masculine, you will just be there. You will be quiet, just be there. But sometimes,
depending on the situation,
you know,
you have both cards basically.
Exactly. So you're so flexible, you're so knowledgeable, you're so connected to yourself, to your emotions, to your feelings, to your senses, where you can be like, okay, I feel this person so much. that I know that at this moment this person needs this. In some
Yeah.
situations, they don't want us to talk. They want us just to sit there, be silent, and just hold the space for them. That's it.
Yeah, sure.
So that's inner knowing comes in. We're going to talk about it at the end. That it's just that inner knowing.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
so excited.
So I'm going to continue. And
Yeah.
also, I think
I'm gonna fix
healthy
my-
feminine is ask for what she needs. You know, she expresses her needs from the place of self-worth. It's not like, oh my God, I need this like a victim, you know. It's like, I would love if you could help me with this. You know, I really appreciate, you know, the values that you carry, the knowledge that you have, you know, the qualities that you have, and that would help me so much. She's coming from the place of admiration. She's coming from the place of self-worth, where she knows she will be fine if she doesn't get that help, not from the desperation place, but comes from the place of like self-worth and self-love. So, and it's okay to ask for help. And when she does it, when she allows herself to be vulnerable, she allows herself to express from her heart, like her emotions authentically and without feeling like shameful for that.
Mm-hmm.
And also, for me, through the big journey that I went through, feminine energy vibrates and sounds.
Oh yeah, when you did,
Yeah. Feminine energy vibrates and sounds, you know, because when woman is completely herself, completely, she's not acting to be somebody else, she's completely aligned with who she is, with her feminine essence, she turns heads. So basically, when she walks in, her vibrations has a sound.
Huh.
When you pass by, your vibration has a sound, so it makes people turn heads.
Yeah. It's true. There are some women that would just walk with being dressed completely casual, and then all of a sudden they're like a magnet pulling everyone. And there are some that are fully dressed in the most beautiful things, nobody looks, you know. So I always wondered, it was like,
it was one of my favorite subjects when I was just like starting and wondering why this woman is so beautiful, but she's like always alone, crying and always complaining, and the other ones are not the most beautiful women, but they're ready, and you enjoy spending time with them. And I was like, what's happening here? Let me figure this out. Do I go this way or do I go that way? You know, when I also had like, oh, I need a strategy to be happy. I need this list, what's right, what's wrong, so I can follow it, so I can be successful. When I was like, what do you mean? What true self? You know, what is it to be connected to your inner self?
oh my gosh, we only have 2 minutes. We have
Oh
to
yeah. Shall we log out?
come out and then do it again.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
We'll be back, guys. We just we have 1 minute
2 seconds.
45 seconds remain because we've been here for a while talking about energy. So I'm just gonna exit and then start live again, and we're good to go to discover everything about feminine and masculine energy. Stay tuned. No. Okay. Where's Fatima? Fatima, where are you? Tell us more. Fatima, where are you? Tell us more about feminine energy, please. Oh, you already sent request. Got it. That's it. Back to this amazing, interesting conversation.
Here.
You're back. Yes, amazing.
Yeah. So the next thing I wanted to share with you about healthy feminine is the wisdom that woman carries. You know, we are, you know, rarely man goes around and gives like advices or like, oh, let me share this with you. Most of the time it's us women be like, okay, let me share this with you. Or, oh, I learned this. Oh my God, I got my nails done here. You know, like, oh, this is the best way to do this, or this is the best way to do that. So, you know, we always like share valuable lessons from our lives.
Yeah.
And do it from our heart, and we love it, right? Don't we love it when we just like share?
That's why they
can do that whole day long.
Woman is a neck and man is head. Whatever a neck turns, head turns. And it has so much wisdom, that saying, in it, because men have been coming for advice, and it's been always a thing.
Absolutely.
Oh,
And that's why a lot of people, they come to the wise woman, they come to the woman that knows, knowing.
yeah,
You know, we'll talk about that inner knowing soon.
yeah.
So also that energy, it always flows, it always surrenders, it's always trusting, flexible, and it's open. So it's very playful, it's very expressive, it's very joyful, it's very light and sensual, as well as very, it's very touching, and you feel that manifesting power, you know, and that joyfulness. And what I also love, it creates, it gives birth. It's the energy of new beginnings.
Yeah,
It's the energy of a dance, sound, touch. It's the energy of giving, creating a life and giving birth. It could be birth to the baby, creating a life, you know, bringing that life into the world, or it could be new projects. It could be something very creative. It could be always something, how can I say, something that artistic, you know. She's not afraid. She always open to create something new.
well, because of feminine energy. Sorry, I was putting my phone to charge. Because feminine energy is creative energy. I
It's
mean,
manifesting energy. It's
yeah,
absolutely, it's manifesting and generating energy.
yeah,
So that's why a lot of people said about, like, I do truly believe that when the man finds right woman, his life completely changes and he starts manifesting everything like crazy, you know.
yep,
So I truly believe that you just have to find your plug, you know,
yeah,
your electricity, and then you like, you fly the rocket. So
I
I
like
truly believe
that.
that works. Also, I truly feel that she's very connected, and she weaves, you know, like she weaves family, tribe, community, sisterhood, support. So she's very always creating something, you know, creating the, how can I say, the bonds.
Yeah,
You give her the house, you know, she's gonna make you a beautiful space to live. You know,
yeah,
you give her community, she's gonna bring everyone with one mission to be
yeah,
useful to the world, you know. As well as very, she has this crazy intuition. You know, woman has a crazy intuition.
yeah.
It's an intuition. Does she really trust her gut? She chooses her heart over her mind.
Mm.
And we know that our mind has information and knowledge of whatever years we've been living. If you're 30 years old, you have the knowledge and experience for 30 years old, but our body, our intuition has information of for thousands of years. So it's like a
Yeah,
very, very deep channel, deep, like a huge library of knowledge and information. So basically, you know, when woman decides to tap into inner intuition rather than connecting to her mind,
yeah,
and she's very in tuned. You know, she can very tune and very fast to people, to situations. You know, like if the couple is driving and they're lost, the woman would be like, "Stop! I'm gonna ask for directions." The men would never do that, right? So
yeah,
we're the ones who are like, okay, you see the guy? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna
yeah,
go
yeah,
talk to
yeah.
him. You know? Just
Let's
stop it.
ask
I can
this
do this.
person.
You know what
Yeah,
happens
totally.
in my relationship? I'm like, he's like, are you crazy? What are you gonna like? Listen to me. I'm just gonna stop. I'm gonna ask you, can we park there in his space, or can we do this? So for them, it's like, oh, you know. So
Because men don't want to ask for help too much, and we're
no,
afraid.
because they
Like,
know it all.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's why. And
This is
going
hot.
to our, I
Okay, now
think,
you're really like spiking my curiosity, and I'm
okay.
like, how do you marry those two in one and make it healthy, balanced
Make it
energy?
healthy and balanced and
How
very
do we
beautiful.
marry masculine, inner masculine with inner feminine and keep them balanced and healthy?
Well, first of all, what I want you to understand, that every single one of us, we both have masculine and feminine energies within us. We do. And we have to understand that each energy has its strengths and has its weaknesses.
Yeah.
And but when we ignore one energy, let's say when we ignore feminine energy because it's not so, how can I say, reasonable, or it's not so productive, or it's not so like taking action, very active. So we can't, when we ignore that, we throw ourselves completely off the balance. We have to always remember also about sun and the moon, light and the dark. You know, there is no daytime without the nighttime.
Mm-hmm.
There is no, exhalation of a breath without inhale. We have to remember that there's going to be never sun if there is no moon. So this is two polarities, two opposite energies, two opposite elements that we cannot live without. So when you, in the core of your head, in the core of your being, you understand that those polarities make our life complete, you will understand when you're gonna marry your inner masculine and feminine, you're gonna achieve that huge purpose that I'm gonna talk about. What I truly believe that our biggest purpose is to truly tap into that huge unconditional universal love.
Yeah, I agree.
When you tap into that energy, when you tap into that true essence of our life, you are so complete. When you come from the place of love, your whole life unwinds in a totally different, way.
Different colors, absolutely.
Yeah, it takes different colors. So it's very important to understand those values. It's very important to understand that you will never reach that highest feeling of unconditional universal love if you never connect your inner feminine and masculine. It's impossible.
That's how big this whole thing is. Nearing true energy.
It's absolutely huge. It's actually, that self-love that everybody looks for. It's when you connect your inner masculine and feminine.
Yeah.
This is when it happens, and I want to talk about that Shakti energy and Shiva and Shakti. You probably know about Shiva and Shakti energies, so I just want to talk about that. What do we get? What qualities we need to benefit our feminine energy? Okay, so let's just quickly go through those things, and to understand, we're gonna go and compare those things. Okay. So, for example, so in order to benefit from feminine energy from men, for example, let's talk about, from our side, what men can benefit, right? So let's say, what men can benefit from feminine energy. First of all, it's empathy. Men have hard time empathetically understanding. They're very reasonable, they're all about reasoning. Oh, let's think, let's take our emotions away, let's just be mental and productive. So basically, when they bring empathy to their life, what happens? Their heart opens. They start opening up other center. They start feeling life more. They start becoming more present in here and now.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nurturing. If you look at men, I see when men have dogs, they become so nurturing. So I feel like when you get a pet or you have a child, I feel how men changes. They become so nurturing and they start expressing that love. Right?
Yeah.
Softness. I think when I see strong man being soft, for me, there is nothing more beautiful when you see very powerful man, very strong man, when he shows his softness. For me, it's the most adorable thing, and it makes him even more powerful, right?
Yeah.
It makes him like, oh my God, you have such a soft side to you, but you can be so strong at the same time. So it's actually a very attractive quality for men to have. Being receptive. When things go wrong, if men would learn not to fight, not to stress, not to be rigid, but be receptive, be accepting, that would make their life so much easier. That would keep them healthy and make them have a longer life, and more joy in their life. openness, again, is being open to whatever universe has to offer. Sometimes we don't see the bigger picture that universe has for us. That bigger, usually everything what happens, that happens for our best, right? Life happens for us. So when we're closed, we don't see it. We think the way we see it, the way we see how things supposed to be, that's the best way for us. But when we're open, we see, oh no, universe have more surprises for me. It has something amazing for me in store that I never thought I could have, right? How many times that happened?
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh wow,
Time.
if only I would know what's coming. So yeah, being open, being creative. Again, the most amazing ideas come from creative space. And when man will learn the quality of being creative, being in stillness, being surrendering, having those qualities, how much you can give them. Compassion, again, like empathy, it really opens our heart. It really sheds the limits of our heart and helps us to tap into that unconditional love. So that's how men can benefit, as well as the feeling of the community, feeling responsible, feeling caring and connected to each single person, because men are very usually, when they're unhealthy masculine, very disconnected. But when they can connect to the community, they feel their power more. They feel, I'm responsible not only for my life, but for the life of my community, for the life of my, my country, for the life of this world. So that's what makes us very, being united and feel that we're all piece of one beautiful universe, we're all, piece of one beautiful creation. So, and also when he can turn on his feelings, when woman is very connected to her feelings, when man is connected to his feelings, his intuition opens up. So even in the business and any other life decisions, they make much better decisions because they're connected to their feelings and intuition. They're connected to the intuitive part.
Yeah.
That's tremendous power, right? Especially when it comes to the stock market or real estate or anything like that. So if you connect it to your feelings, you truly, or hiring right people, you truly more likely make good, good choices.
Yeah.
And understanding, it's of course compassion, being compassionate, empathetic, and understanding is very similar qualities, but traits. But also understanding is, it's knowing, it's understanding that things is unfolding the best possible way for all of us. So
that all
I
comes
think
from feminine, right? To like
yeah,
kind of balance the
and
masculine.
yeah, and the benefits. I want to talk to benefits, about benefits. When the man's gonna start developing that feminine energy within themselves, what do they attract? Magnetically, they're gonna start attracting, manifesting what they want. Second, they will learn how to hold space for the projects to develop at their natural pace. So that means they're gonna let creation to do the job instead of stressing and controlling. Third, enjoy the process of creation independently from the results. No matter what happens, I'm just gonna enjoy the process of creation. And what does it bring to them? Being here and now, being in a present moment.
Yeah.
It's very profound.
I'm just like making the space because it happens to me sometimes that I'm so locked in the result that I just miss the point of enjoying the process. And
So
I'm like,
here
oh.
you catch yourself, consciously catch yourself, oh, I'm an unhealthy masculine. What do I need to bring from healthy masculine or from healthy feminine to feel good? What is that inner knowing? How can I tap into my inner knowing?
Yeah.
Show me the way. You ask for guidance and you will be guided. And you already know all those, answers right now, what's unhealthy and what healthy. It's going to help you to tap into that much easier. So also it's going to help you to see the bigger pictures. And also it's going to help you to work with other people, like with communities. Like some people cannot work with other people. So when you allow this healthy feminine to be in your life, you allow yourself to be open to work with other people. And it's amazing. So you discover new talents, new people, and it's a great. And it's also connect to emotional and physical life, to be connected to your body, to, to be connected to your sensuality, to your sexuality. It's incredible. It's like, oof. Once you connect to it, you're like, oh, I don't want to live any other way. Because it's so good. Yeah, and also I think the last thing is like really actively listening, really like sharing, nurturing. When man does it, I think it's one of the most beautiful things to also observe when man listens, but then he starts sharing his emotions, his feelings, and then when you share something, he can also nurture you in that. I think it's so beautiful. So
Yeah.
please, if guys are listening, if you guys
It's
will
rare.
listen, it's so beautiful. Believe
It's
me.
so rare. I can like count
Yeah.
with my fingers maybe how many men that I know that are just like
Yeah.
that, you know.
So it's profound. It's really, I think it's truly, truly amazing. So I truly believe that if you guys will let yourself open up and discover that, it would be amazing. So let's move on to qualities that will benefit women when they can open up their masculine energy. Yeah?
Yeah, totally. I'm
So I think one of the most important things in today's world, and any time, all of us, no matter if you're man or female, male or female, we need to know how to be leaders. Being leaders is taking responsibility for our own lives, leading ourselves in the right direction, and inspiring people to follow us.
nice.
You know, as a woman, we can lead in many, many directions, and in many right directions where we can inspire many other women or many other men. Also, learning how to take a healthy actions. When you're a leader, you take actions because you are so connected to and so connected to yourself and so responsible for your own life. You take responsibilities. When you take responsibility for your own life, you start taking action. So basically, I want this and I'm going to do this, but it's in a healthy way. So basically, you're not like, oh, I am a woman and things needs to just come to me. No, 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 no. You are a woman, but at the same time, you need to learn that we live in the world where you have your potential, where you want to also achieve success, where you want to also, you know, create something that's going to bring something to this world, some value, some, you know, some beautiful knowledge, something that's going to make this world a better place. So in order to do that, what you have to do, you have to start taking an action.
Yeah.
That's from the place of knowing, you know, from the place of loving. It's totally different. So I think it's a really, really important thing for women
That can
to.
help with victim mindset too.
That can help with the victim. Oh, absolutely. It can help with the victim mindset. It can help um, with the place of like helplessness, from the place where we're desperate. Because people who are desperate, they usually don't take actions. They wait for other people to take actions for them. But when we start
Or
taking
point
actions,
fingers, blaming.
yeah, or pointing fingers. When, you know, we take actions, we don't have time blaming other people because we are in action. We're living our life. So it's different. Also, reasoning, logic. So basically, sometimes when you know, it's really important to be grounded. That's when actually your reasoning, your logic turns on automatically, and it connects to your intuition. So then you find this perfect balance where you're like, that feels good to me. You know, does it make sense? It makes sense. So basically, it's really important to look at life as real, like as to see the reality. You know, it's really important to tap into reality, not live in the Alice in Wonderland tale, you know, of yours, because that feels much better. No, it's really important to be here and now and to be connected with reality, you know. Also adventure, you know, man has this adventurous side of, oh my god, let's just jump from the parachute, let's take a motorcycle and drive, oh my god, let's just jump from the cliff. And many women are like, I can't do that. So discover this. This is something that might give you some new emotions. It's going to give you some inspiration. It's going to give you some insight. So basically, try those things. Don't be like, I'm a girl.
It just gave me so many
Yeah.
memories, or like just laughing
Coming
at
up.
this. I just like, my thing is like everything that you describe with like masculine, like perfect. I am like always looking for adventure, action, goal, leadership, like all of those things. That's why I was like, Fatima, we gotta do healing feminine energy.
Okay, let's do it. Well, you see, we need all of those qualities. Either it's masculine or feminine, as long as it's healthy, we need all of those qualities. We are not complete when we can't do those things. Imagine if you want to be fulfilled and harmonious and you're like, I cannot jump from parachute because I'm so scared. Oh my God, you're like, oh, you're panicking, you're in your emotions and you're in your too much in being in your senses, and you're like, I'm not going to survive this. So there's no drive. If you don't have a drive, you don't have a trust in life, then it's going to be really hard, and you're not going to achieve your fullest potential. You're never going to open yourself fully if you're not going to let yourself be adventurous, right? So we really need this. All of those qualities, we truly, everything that I'm going through, like as a humans, either you're a woman or man, we all need this. And also it's a strength. It's being strong. Our feminine energy is very rooted and grounded, but very strong. It's graciously strong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't show our strengths, but it sits within us in such a graciously way.
Women have, I think, a really good endurance.
Oh,
Men
yeah.
have great strengths, but women have endurance where they
We
can
have endurance
last.
and we have the stamina, very strong stamina, within us, which is very, I'm saying grounded, it's not shakeable. So that's really important. But it's when you're healthy feminine, when you connect to your healthy feminine. Also loyalty. A lot of girls I see, when they're too feminine, they're like, oh, I can lie a little bit here, I can cheat a little bit here, it's okay, I'm flexible, it's gonna be fine. And I'm like, no, girl, that's unauthentic. You can't do that. It's like you're lying to yourself. Don't confuse flexibility, femininity with lying to yourself. Loyalty is one of the greatest traits you have. Loyalty, honesty, it's the ground you stand on. So it's really, really important to know
Values.
Yeah, it's a strong values. If you stand on a strong ground, you're gonna have very strong tree. You're gonna build a very strong foundation to whatever you're building. But if the earth you're standing on is too flexible and I can do a little bit here, a little bit there, then it's not stable. Then you don't feel firm. You don't feel that self-worth. You don't feel that self-strength. You don't feel that stamina. So that's why it's really important to have this loyalty, this firmness, the feeling of I'm firm. I know who I am. I know what I came from. I know my ground rules. I have my constitutional laws in my life. I have my rules that I follow. And this is the ground I stand on. So it's a really, really powerful. Imagine when woman is feminine, she's very sexual, sensual, feeling, very flexible, but at the same time, she has this strong ground she stands on. There's nothing more beautiful than that, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's so profound and so powerful. So, yet so, how can I say, attractive, that you want to touch and feel, and you want to dive into her world and see how this beautiful, very fragile woman can be so strong. How she can balance this. This is so beautiful.
Yeah, totally.
I totally find this very amazing. And then the survival thing, this confidence, knowing that no matter what, I will survive. Having the confidence in herself and in her skills, in her knowledge, in her existence, that she's gonna be okay. She knows how to survive. It's really, really important. And again, it's about providing, knowing how to provide for yourself, like for women. It's really, really important. Knowing how to make money, to give yourself whatever you want. It's really, really important. That gives you very firmness and confidence in your life. It's really, I think, important. Also, focus. Focus is a really important thing, because we women, we're all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
I always say masculine energy is very penetrating, very focused, very, they can penetrate to one place. We are so flowy. We're here right now, and then we're here another second, and then we are somewhere else the next second. So it's like, we're so flowy, we're so in the moment that sometimes we just, when we have goals, we cannot focus. But if we have the qualities of a healthy masculine energy, we can focus. That's going to get us so far. So it's really, really important.
That's what everyone is trying to achieve. It's like, how can we be more focused? How can
Yeah,
we also
no.
be
So
more
that's when you ground.
trusting and flowy?
You breathe, you ground yourself, you connect to Mother Earth, you connect to Father Sky, you connect us to energies, you put your goal, your purpose in front of you, you get yourself together, and you go and take in actions. But then you still stay compassionate, kind. You still empathetic, you still understanding. You don't have to lose one qualities to obtain another ones. We're such a big vessels, we can fit so much into us. We're just limiting ourselves. Oh, in order for me, like I used to believe, oh my God, because I used to be very masculine, I used to be very goal driven. I used to play only with the guys, with the boys. I never played with the girls. I was like, I was never interested. So I was like, here, get me this, do this. I was like so bossy. And then when I realized, I was like, I will never build relationships like this.
Yeah.
My guys will always be my friends, my buddies, but they will never be like, oh, I want to be with you. So you can boss my ass around, Nobody want that. And then I was like, what is this feminine energy? But then I went to a totally different realm, unhealthy feminine. Tell me what to do. I'll follow you.
And look at you now, Fatima.
And then completely off the balance. Yeah.
Look at
But
you
now.
now.
I'm like, not you, not working. So I was like, I need to create myself. Who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I? So it took this journey where I had to find out who am I, and then take from one quality, from other quality, and then start building myself. You know what I mean? So it was a long journey. So also I want to say it's a pride and honor. We women, we rarely take pride and honor for who we are, and we rarely honor our journey. We rarely honor our bodies. We rarely honor our emotions, our being. So man is really good at it. They're very prideful and honorable of who they are. They're like, it's me, like I always say, your self-esteem for man, it's never like inner. Their self-esteem is not their emotions or how they feel. Their self-esteem is like, I know who I am. It's always like they just know that they're good. They know that they're amazing. We're a woman. Oh, I feel like this. My self-esteem is so down today. I feel so bad. Oh my God, I look so bad. So our self-esteem is like always shaky.
Why?
I gain a little bit weight. Oh my God. I'm like.
Why
horrible.
Is that? Like, why do we doubt ourselves so much?
Because men is always so success for a man is building themselves through hierarchy, through small wins, achievements. When they win, they see, oh, this is what I achieved. I am a man, I can be proud of myself. And for us, for the woman, it's how we feel. It's how we look, it's how we, are we creating a beautiful family? Are we loved? For us, it's more about emotions. For us, more about feelings. So I always say man goes this way. Yeah. Is it vertically or horizontal? Yeah. Vertical, right? Yeah, it's vertical. And woman is horizontal. So we're all about like feelings. And this is all about actions, achievements, success. You know what I mean? So for us women, it's really important to keep our inner emotions in balance. It's really important to keep our mental state in balance. Wrong thoughts brings wrong emotions, and that let us like really shake. Yeah, so for us it's really important. And how we do that, it's by honoring and being proud of ourselves. Little victories. Every little day when you say, oh my God, I overcame my emotions. Like today I had an emotional breakdown, and it was like, I had a very important photo shoot that I needed to have, and they just reached out. They're like, oh, we have to cancel it due to coronavirus. I was like, oh no, this is my last chance to do this. So, and then I was like, oh my God. I went for a second to that feeling of like, no, I want to control this. Then in a few moments I was like, what am I doing? My consciousness hit me. I said, what happens for you is the best that can happen. It means universe has something better in store for you. I said, get yourself together. If you're gonna let your emotions rule this situation, if you let this situation rule you, your world, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose completely. You're gonna be a wreck. And I said, no, let's flip it around. So gratitude, 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 gratitude. Being grateful for whatever happened and accepting that something even better, even bigger will happen to me. I'm allowing this to happen to me. My energy shift in a second from the victim to a winner. It's just, again, it's about consciousness. It's again being knowing, being pride and honoring yourself, knowing that what happens to you is the best thing that can happen to you. Knowing that whatever situation must happen, it's the best thing that will happen to you. It's just inner knowing.
Yeah.
But we all go through those traps, but it's really important to be so conscious and catch yourself at that moment and say, no.
I love this example because that makes it even clearer how to work with yourself during, like, one of the questions was what to do during an emotional storm.
So I noticed, and also probably it's hormonal thing too. I was like, I usually never get depressed, and I was like, all the things I wanted to say to my boyfriend, I'm depressed, and I was like, what am I saying? When I was pronouncing this, I was like, what am I saying? What am I agreeing on?
Thank you. Agreeing on is the key word here.
No, I'm not agreeing to be depressed for what? Because of photo shoot? Like, what am I doing? But then I wanted to go to the girly, please,
for myself,
pat my back, make me feel good. But then I was like, really? Do I need the validation or internal support and love? So, it really takes a lot of conscious work when you have to catch yourself at those moments and be like, I don't agree on this. I'm agreeing on something much better that's coming to me. I'm not agreeing to work on my vibrations and rise them so much and then let one little situation to throw me off,
Yeah, that's an amazing reminder, honestly. I'm like taking notes right now because I've also felt a little bit off, and I was like, oh, why do I feel like this? And I always like pick myself up and be like, no, you're not going.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to, because we live in a society, we're all one living organism, we're all affected. People are in such a place of fear, doubt, and uncertainty right now. We pick up those vibrations, and what happens, we're like, oh, let me be part of one of this, all this scarcity of what's happening, let me be a little victim. But then you're like, no, this is not the reality I choose for myself. I know what's happening. I know for it's a greatest good. I know it's for the best for all human being, living on this earth. So it really takes this, again, it's consciousness, is being awake, is being aware of your thoughts, is catching your thoughts and saying, I'm not putting that trashy thought in my head. I'm not feeding my beautiful, mind, my beautiful body by those negative emotions and lower vibrations. I'm not doing that. And it's self-love. It's again self-love, when you choose yourself, when you choose to put the best in yourself.
True, yeah. For me, self-love, I always think of, if you would have a child, how would you treat that child? And like, same way, just apply same love to yourself.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah, I do. But also, even if you have a child, I have a child, but your child has its own life.
Yeah.
You
But
need
the
to
thing
learn.
is, sometimes we don't even treat ourselves anywhere near to what you would treat, the way you would treat someone you love, not necessarily child, mother, whatever, who is like the biggest love of your life. And if you compare how you treat that person and then the way you talk to yourself or do things for yourself, there might be a really large gap, even that.
Well, then you have to realize, when you do that, when you treat somebody else better than yourself, you're in a dependent relationships, you're putting somebody higher than you, higher than your self-love, and you giving yourself that energy, so you put somebody else on a pedestal and put yourself lower. So at this moment, you have to also consciously understand that, oh, this is my trap. I am dependent and when you put that person, when you love that person so much and you put them higher than yourself, you become dependent on their behavior, on their emotions, on their feelings, on their actions. So
Yeah.
again, we go back to the state of being victim.
Yeah.
So we always say that we have this healthy love to ourselves, towards ourselves, you know, and from that place, from overflowing love, we love other people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I think we struggle with this every day because we have children, we have, you know, our lovers, we have our boyfriends, girlfriends, we have our parents, we do love them. But at the same time, I think our life lesson is to disattach from everything material, physical, from this world, and find that happiness within yourself, which is super hard because we want to find a reason why we should be happy.
Yeah.
So it's a long journey. I'm in the process, all of us in the process, and hopefully we'll get there.
Well, now for like someone like me, for example, like I said, that my thing is very active masculine, and then underactive feminine, I would say, because I'm not 100% in touch with my emotions, and I would love to be. So
How
that's,
you would do that?
yeah. So what's the best way to do that?
Well, I think is really considering what, let's say, feminine quality traits you're missing from the healthy feminine, and to really try them on. Let's say it's a compassion, you know, you try this on and say, is it me? How does it feel to be compassionate?
Yeah.
Or being acceptant, you know, being very reflective and receptive. You try that dress on and feel like, how does it suit me? How do I feel in this state? You know, it's all with trials. It's all when you try and see, oh, do I like this or do I like that, you know? So it's always trying those qualities and feeling yourself, how does this make you feel? And slowly cultivate those feelings within yourself.
So with my situation, I think it's like I'm not completely detached with my feminine, as you can tell. Like, I love to dress up, I love to doll
Yeah.
up, I don't feel competition, or I don't try to manipulate anyone. I'm more of like, I'm strong enough, I can do it on my own. Or like, I need to be productive, and I don't have time to be sitting here and figuring out emotions, for example, right? Like, I have goals and stuff like that. On the other hand, I'm very compassionate. Like, I can like listen to people and like really feel it in my heart, and I am so quick to cry and everything. And so there is, like, it's not completely shut down, but I do notice still there are moments that are pulling me, kind of like not
First
letting me
thing,
enjoy and be present.
I think first thing you need to do is honor your masculine. Truly honor and appreciate. Don't be judgmental. Oh, I'm a woman and I have so much masculine energy. No, honor it. Just say appreciate it. Just, you know, look into it and say, I appreciate you, how far you brought me in my life today. You
Yeah.
know, and really acknowledge every single aspect and quality that you have. Acknowledge it. Satisfy that inner masculine.
Here we
Then
go. This,
take,
oh, maybe I have wounded
yeah,
masculine
because you're
instead.
judging your inner masculine. You're using your masculine energy, but you're also judging it. You're also feeling guilty for being masculine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's when your masculine energy is dysfunction. You know, it feels like out of balance. You know, you're not honoring what brought you so far in your life and whatever helped you and that part of you. And you know, many women has to work on those qualities during their lifetime to come as close to where you came. So that's why first and foremost we have to acknowledge whatever we have. If it's a lot of feminine energy, a lot of masculine energy, thank it, accept it, and find the place in our
So
heart
it
and
can
our body.
relax and be more healthy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just say it's okay,
Because
I
that's what
am.
I feel. I feel like my
Yeah.
masculine is like, just like, you know, just want something from me. And I
Yeah,
don't
it
know
just
what
want
to do.
acknowledgement. It just want
Yes,
acknowledgement.
now.
and
no.
they want to meet its feminine because they
Because
want to meet.
before I would think that, oh, my masculine is fine. It's actually overactive. It's my feminine suffering, but it actually my
No,
masculine is
I
like
just feel like, to be
wounded.
honest, it's
Maybe it's both.
it's a belief in your head that, you know, if I will be more feminine, I want to achieve and do this. It's like a beliefs, you know, that we have.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to shed all those beliefs and say, you know what, I let myself be whatever I want to be. If
Okay.
I want to be masculine today, I will be masculine. I will allow myself to be whoever I am. So basically, it's again, what is it? Compassion. It's being kind to yourself. It's allowing yourself and allowing things to happen. It's holding space for yourself. Either it's in a masculine or feminine way. It's being grounded and holding space. So it's being like, it's okay. Start from being compassionate. Start from being kind to yourself. Start from allowing yourself. I'm masculine. Yes, I'm masculine today. I honor this energy.
Mm-hmm.
What else I would love to cultivate in myself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I would love to. I am. So basically, always acknowledge where you are. If you do
Yeah.
something that you don't like, but then say, I want to be there. So I am here. I feel this. I honor this feeling. I appreciate this feeling, but I would love to cultivate this.
I see.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I would love to let it go. I
Yeah.
would love to go with the flow.
Yeah.
And
Gotcha.
I hear in your case, it's a lot about letting go.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot about trusting and connecting to your inner knowing.
Like,
And that's a lot of work with
I know.
sexuality. That's a lot of work with your inner sexuality. Because
Okay,
inner
I know who to
sexuality
call.
is so wild. Inner
I know
sexuality
who to
is,
call Fatima.
yeah, you have to learn both fully. It's really, really important. You know, it's really important for you to have a good psychological, mental, emotional, and physical state. Those two beautiful polarities, they're going to bring you that beautiful clarity and harmony. So this just has to be your goal, and just being aware, where am I coming from? Am I coming from my unhealthy masculine or healthy masculine? Am I coming from my unhealthy feminine, or am I coming from my healthy feminine? So it's like, oh, boom, I know, you know where I'm going. So catching yourself and being
And
like, okay, I understand
redistributing
I'm
the
in a healthy place, and just say, how can I make that shift? I understand, I honor it. Why did I have to go there? So just go, you know, dig deeper, find out, like, why did I have to go to my unhealthy and feminine? Why do I need validation? Why am I being in the victim's position? Go dig deeper, find that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Take it out, bring it out, put it out, acknowledge it, understand it, and let it go, and just say, thank you, but you don't serve me anymore. I prefer to live my life like this. Shift.
Whew, that was good. That's. I think that was. We just covered one of the questions, right?
I think we discovered, hold on, almost all of them. Yeah, we did discover all of them. It's how, well, the first question, what was healthy feminine energy? What does wounded feminine look like? Wounded is unhealthy energy. And how to heal wounded feminine energy. And we said how we heal it. You know, we take our unhealthy feminine energy, and we know what's healthy. So we dig deep into unhealthy state. We dig deep where those patterns comes from, where those fears comes from, and try to really find that limiting beliefs and act like, you know, taking them out from our system. Start erasing those agreements you made when you were a child, you know, whatever your parents gave you, whatever your friends, your schoolmates, your teachers gave you. You know, you just have to just erase and cancel all those agreements and make new ones with yourself.
Love, 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 love.
It's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. Once you try, once you feel, once you see the results, once you feel that confidence and self-love, once you feel that radiance that's going to come out of you, you're going to be like, wow, this work was the best thing I have ever done for myself. And, you know, for me, what is the true results that you're moving in the right direction? First indication is you have feeling of joy more and more. Second indication, you see how your material world is changing to better. Third,
Nice.
you will see how your thoughts are manifesting, and a lot of things that you manifest are coming to your way. Fourth,
Mm-hmm.
you start attracting much higher vibrational people around you that you admire, you're inspired. They become part of your like group, part of your, you know, they become your friends, you know, they become your community. And the fifth, you are filled with love. You just feel love towards everyone. You don't judge, but you feel this, I understand. I understand and I love you, and you know, you're your own person, I'm my own person. We're all here going through our own journey, but we're all one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those are the indications when you can actually say,
Can
oh,
you hear
I'm
this?
a right stuff. Yeah.
It's just so crazy outside. I should have closed the balcony. But...
Ah, don't worry.
Yeah. Wow. This was so good. I feel like I have so much more clarity for myself. So basically, like as we said, it's an ongoing process that like it's not a quick fix where you just figured it out and since then you just live in that joyful, abundant, happy state, right? It's a constant work to keep that muscle going and keep it in shape.
You know,
So,
I think we have so much more to discover about ourselves, about this
mhm.
world, about this beautiful universe.
From
And we have such a huge potential. We have a huge, every single one of us, we have huge potential. And in order to unwind that potential, in order to open that potential, in order to use that potential, we have to move forward. Life, either we want it or not, it's going to move us forward, either with our own decision, desire, and willingness, or through very big painful moments and situations. We don't have a choice. So, I mean, we do have a choice. Either we move our own, like we decide that we're gonna do it in a joyful, happy way, or we're gonna do it through very hard and, you know, unpleasant way. So this is where we take a decision.
mm,
This is where we take responsibility for our life and say, okay, I choose this.
yeah.
I
So
choose to be the creator and master of my life. You know.
so it's basically just being in state of awareness and noticing your thoughts and catch yourself where your unhealthy masculine plays out or your unhealthy feminine plays out in different situations and then honor them both, right?
And it's okay if it plays out. Let yourself be in that state. Let yourself observe yourself. You know, don't reject it. You know, whatever we resist, it persists. So basically, don't resist it. Just be like, okay, I'm open to it. Show me what I need to see. Like, you know, I don't know if you, we had a very amazing webinar about the fear, about our emotions, you know,
Mhm.
and I said that, you know, our fears and emotions are the best indicators of where we're moving wrong, like that we're moving in the wrong direction. How can we see what we're doing wrong? It's our fears and emotions, they're going to show it to us. So same thing with those patterns, they're going to show you where is your limiting beliefs, where are those patterns that are limiting you. So just tap into that, look into that, and try to really find the root of the problem and fix it. Unless it's anxiety. Anxiety, it's a different thing. You don't really tap into anxiety. You
Yeah.
have
Otherwise
to take
you'll get
yourself
into more anxiety.
out of it as much as you can. You do everything to not tap into anxiety. But other emotions and feelings, it's okay. It's really important to tap in and to realize, where are you coming from? Who gave you to me?
Yeah.
Why am I carrying you? Why do I think you are the truth and you are the right thing that should be and exist in my life? Why? Question it. But don't be scared of it. Be like, okay, let's talk. Let's discuss this. Let's solve this.
Sit at the
Make
table.
them
Let's
your
have a
friends. Make
conversation.
them your best friends.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I always say, you know, all your emotions, feelings, that's your best friends. Make them your best friends. They're coming and telling you, they're whispering to you, girl, this is wrong, okay? Listen to me. That's what you're feeling. This is what you're feeling.
Yeah.
This is wrong, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, listen to your best friends. They're gonna guide you. They're gonna show you the way. But then you will be the one who's gonna take a decision. You're gonna listen, you're gonna learn, and then you will take a decision. If you want that feeling in your life, or are you ready to experience something more?
Gotcha. Woo! It's 10:30, 2 hours.
Waited 2 hours. Wow, it went so fast.
I was like, oh, it's gonna be 30 minutes. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
such
Knowing you
just,
and my conversations, our podcast, like we could have stopped, you remember? So it was like, oh,
I know, we
yeah.
always have. By the way, speaking of, if you want to hear more of what Fatima has to say and teach us about feminine energy, sexuality, self-love, we recorded an podcast episode earlier.
Yeah. We should do more of those.
Yeah, it's in
That
my
was
bio.
so good.
You can
Yeah.
literally go to my bio. You'll see
I will
an
check it
episode
out.
with Fatima. Yeah, it's in Spotify. It's on iHeartRadio. So go check it out. And we should definitely record more. I'm always.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
always have something to talk about. Like it's always like flowing, you know? We're always in that flow where we're like, oh, but how about this? How about that? And thank you for being so open, and thank you for always, you know, you really find very good questions. Very good questions, very useful questions, and you structure things really well. You blame your masculine energy, but listen, the structure help us to create this contact. This help today to get as much information out of me, you know, for me to sit down to go through also my thoughts, and you know, that's beautiful. This is healthy masculine. We need this.
Yeah.
I need this. I have so
Yeah.
much knowledge, but I'm lacking structure, girl. So I
I have
really need
amazing
that.
structure. It's like.
So you see, I love it. I need that. I have so much information. I have so much like coming to me, like
My
all this
thing is
knowledge
being
and everything.
present. I'm like, when I'm having a great engaging conversation like this, no problem. I'm in.
Yeah.
Like when I'm working with clients, I'm 100% in. But like the rest of the time, if it's not something like, you know, that's like takes me in, I'm like, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? So I gotta work on that.
Yeah. And you'll be like, what's the next thing? You'll be like, I'm gonna go and rest. I'm gonna go do a massage, or I'm gonna do something else. That's my next thing. That's my goal.
I do that. I do those things, and I feel like I'm getting so much better. But it's just not as easy as just getting a massage and sleeping. There's so much more to like really allow yourself.
Yeah.
And let it go.
Just also understand that that moment we're running away from ourselves. And just keep asking yourself, why am I running away from myself?
Exactly. If you were content,
why
would you want to run? Why would you want
what
to
I don't want to see? Yeah, what is that I'm escaping? What I don't want to feel? So and then you sit down, lock yourself down. Perfect time right now. And be like, okay, girl, let's talk. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's tough. It's tough. Imagine you're such a conscious person, but when people don't have even half of the knowledge you have, you know, or skills that you obtain, have, you know, what a hard time they're going through right now. They have to face themselves.
I can't even imagine, to be
24/7.
honest. Because I'm just like in a place where I'm at during this whole crisis and everything that's happening with coronavirus. It's not too bad. Like I am not panicking. I'm not going crazy because of all the work that I've done before. Just because of that, I'm able to just be a little more grounded. And I'm not saying that I'm completely grounded. Even like there's still a lot coming up, and it's normal.
But it helps tremendously, right?
But it helps. It helps so much. Like
so
I don't
much.
know where I would be. I don't know. I wouldn't be sitting here like having my makeup on, doing the video.
You
like,
in your pajamas with a glass of wine.
Yeah. I would be probably
all the
like,
time.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to put myself together. I wouldn't be able to stay disciplined and work out and like get myself back on track. I slip many times. That's normal. But it's just you bring yourself back. You remind yourself.
No, actually, for me, it's the most exciting time right now. To be honest, it's like
totally.
You know, it's historical moment of the whole like life. It never happened like this.
For me as well. That was my first reaction.
Such an incredible time, awakening time for the whole humanity, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited for every single person, and we're gonna come out as a new people. We're gonna come out as a new human beings. We're gonna come out as a new community. I cannot wait to see how we're gonna bond, how we're gonna appreciate each other, how we're gonna appreciate this life. It's a profound experience, profound.
Same. Can't wait. I think by the end of the year, I don't know, but like just.
You see, it's feminine energy is guiding us. It's unknownness. Just trust, flow, trust the journey, be comfortable in uncertainty, be comfortable in unknownness. This is so beautiful.
Just not even comfortable, just even loving that, right? Like
Yeah, being okay. Just trust the journey. Trust that we're being guided. Not only you, me, the whole humanity being guided right now. You know, there never happened situation where we're sitting here or people sitting in China or in Russia or somewhere else in the world that they're going through the same thing as you are. We're all, as the humans, we're going through the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's incredible experience. Imagine
There's
putting
comfort
9
in
billion
that,
people
sure.
in one place at the same time and letting them go through the same thing. This is so uniting.
Absolutely.
You know?
I think it's might have been the worst yet the best thing that happened to us.
The best. You will see. You will
Yeah.
see the best thing that could happen to us. Absolutely.
Can't wait. Oh wow. Alrighty. Fatima, I have so much gratitude for you, for your time, for your knowledge. This knowledge has been gathered for many years and for many experiences. I'm sure, oh my gosh, and my Instagram saying 1 minute 56 seconds left.
Well, Ace,
2 hours. Yeah, and I just salute you. Bravo for being so strong, being still so feminine, so wise, and everything that you've described on healthy human body. And I just, yeah, just thank you for sharing that.
thank you so much. Thank you so much for trusting me. Thank you so much to let me guide your audience, you know, to share my knowledge with the audience. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate every single person who was here with us today, who's going to hear all of this, who's going to take 2 hours to listen to the whole thing. You guys, I really hope you will find a lot of valuable information for yourself, and I really hope that this information will bring something truly profound, amazing into your life that's going to shift and change something in your life to the better. And you will be so proud of yourself, and you will start honoring and appreciating yourself and accepting yourself. So I truly hope whatever we do, this work we do, it's gonna call us like light workers. I'm so humble. But but I just want to say that I really hope that we can touch a little bit every single person's heart in one way or other way, and just unite ourselves and just make this world a better place. Yeah, I really believe in that.
And thank you so much, guys, for being with us, especially the ones that stayed for this long and just took the most value out of this. It's all for you guys. We love you.
Love
Good
you,
night.
love you, love you. Good night.
Good night.
Bye, my love.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you, my baby.